And let's deviate just for a second. Can Anna Hopper come up here, because the teenage Republicans are here, and we're going to give her an opportunity to give a brief report, because you guys, the kids are our future, and she is working really hard to make sure that the teenage Republicans have a voice. So would you like to just give a brief report?
Thank you, guys. First, can all my teenage Republicans who are here go ahead and stand up? Can you guys give them a round of applause? I love to see it. I love to see all of our membership come out and be present at all of these meetings. My name is Anna Hopper, for those of you who don't know me. I am the chair of the Arkansas Federation of Teenage Republicans. I am also the executive director of the National High School Republicans, which is our national group. It's the national group that we link up with and that we partner with on a larger scale. For those of you who don't know, let me give you a little layout of how Teenage Republicans work. We have school groups, which are groups in your high schools. So I was the president, and for a while I was the community liaison for the Cabot High School group. So those are our local connections to your communities. We also have county groups. And then from there we have our districts, and we have district chairs, and then we have our state committee, which is our executive committee and our board who runs our state group. There's more information about that on our website. It's arteenreps.org. But we just had our past convention and brought in a whole new slate of officers, and we are working to get meetings going in all of our districts. March 30th, we're going to have an event in Little Rock to get all of our teenage groups together and our young people. So even if you have some kids who are not quite teenagers, send them my way. I'll bring them in. We don't discriminate. But yeah, we've worked on bills at the Capitol. We try to come to these events. We worked on campaigns. So we just try to be involved in the party. The youth is our future, and we have to keep circling them in, because Teenage Republicans, we have a very fast turnover rate. So we're really trying to catch them young and, teach them about conservative, pro-life values, why God is important and God comes first always. Raise a child up in the way they should go, and when they grow old, they won't depart from it. And that's what Teenage Republicans is all about.
Amen.
So if you guys could help us in that goal and bring in some youth and get them in contact with me, and we could get some new groups started, I'd very much appreciate it. Thank you.
Well done, Anna, and the group is in great hands with her. She is 18 years old, may have just turned 19, but she's already in law school. So that's the kind of leader that they have. Great parents, great conservative leader. So we're very proud of you and happy to come alongside and help.
Okay, we're going to go over the positions that are going to be elected on convention night, on county convention night. So for all of you that, as soon as our primary is over March 5th, we will start county conventions, and county conventions will go through the first week in April. So please do try to get your county convention done in March if you can. That's just, it'll make it a little easier, but you can go into the first week of April. So at your county convention, on your county convention night, and there's a handout in your chair on what positions will be elected county convention night. But we just wanted to go over that really quickly. You will elect state committee man, state committee woman, district committee man, district committee woman, district committee members. Those are all of the 2-year terms. Okay, all of those last for 2 years. Those are the positions that attend meetings during the 2-year terms, right? Meetings have members and proxies, members and their proxies. I just want to go over this to make sure everybody is really clear as we head into conventions. Conventions occur every 2 years, so we don't really think about conventions, right, until we come to the next 2 years. So we're going to have some conventions go on this spring and early summer, and then we don't have to think about it again for 2 years, so I just don't want anybody confused. But we are in that time where we do have to think about conventions. And at the conventions, your state, so if you're still county convention night, we're going to elect state convention delegates and alternates. Conventions have delegates and alternates. And then we're also, this is the once every 4-year presidential year, election year. So that means we'll be having district conventions. So we also, at your county convention, we will need to elect district convention delegates and alternates. Okay, so we'll be electing state convention delegates and alternates and district convention delegates and alternates. Now, folks do tend to get confused. All of this is on your handout, but folks do tend to get confused about what can they run for and what they can't run for. Delegate positions and alternate positions, they serve for 1 day, right? Those other positions are 2-year terms. So you could run for multiple positions. The only caveat is this. If you're on the state committee, you cannot be a district delegate. You can be a district member, right? The 2-year term district member, but you can't be a district delegate that day because you're going to vote, you can't vote twice on RNC delegates, which we will elect at our congressional district meeting May 11th. So it's just state committee members, which is just only your state committee man, state committee woman, Republican women's presidents and such and so on, and your legislators. Those cannot be district delegates, but you could absolutely run for multiple positions, so please do. We need to be represented. That was the only exception. Okay, filing for RNC delegate really quickly. We did put a little paper in everybody's chair. You have the filing form there. Filing week, it has the dates of filing week on that paper. You will file with the state party headquarters. If you wish to be a delegate to go to the RNC will be July 15th through 18th in Milwaukee. So you do have to fill that form. It's $300 filing fee. You pay that to the state party if you do want to be an RNC delegate. So the process then would be you would come to the Congressional District Convention, which will be held May 11th. All the congressional districts will have their congressional district conventions May 11th. You will come to that meeting and run for that position. We'll elect each congressional district will elect 3 delegates, 3 RNC delegates, and 3 alternates to the RNC. So for those that if you make it the first round, you don't have to go on to the state meeting. If you don't make the first round, you go ahead and run at the state meeting. That would be May 18th. So that's how those get elected. So we want everybody informed and everybody to know that, if you would like to run for that, you can. Okay.
Now I would just add that to file for RNC delegate, it is coming up very soon if it didn't start this week.
Yeah, it's at the end of February. Yeah.
Okay, it's very soon, within the next week or two. It should be on your handout.
Couple of days.
Please keep an eye on that if you're interested in doing that. And to be an RNC delegate, as she said, you go to Milwaukee, and if you are a Trump delegate, then you get to cast your vote for Trump. And so do you want to add anything about that?
Well, I would say this, that if y'all remember our last meeting, we endorsed President Trump. Would hope everybody in here is a Trumper, I don't know. You can say that, by the way, we are in a primary, but that's the one race that you can talk about. You can say, hey, I'm gonna vote for Trump, I support Trump, our 2 congressional districts endorse President Trump. So hopefully we don't have any non-Trumpers, but hey, you never know. There might be a Nikki Haley out there too. But anyway, she would have to get above 15% in Arkansas to even get allocated a delegate, so that's probably not, hopefully, let's hope that doesn't happen.
But it's a great event. A lot of people really seem to enjoy it, so it might be something you want to look into a little bit more.
All right, we're going to determine the method of voting, which we have been doing some voting, but the first and the second we've been voting separately. So for this next business portion, though, we want to make this as simple and quick as possible. So is there a motion from the 1st district, and if you have an armband on and you're from the 1st district, you can vote in this. Is there a motion from the 1st district that we have one motion and 1 second during the business and resolutions portion?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, Courtney Roldan has moved. Is there a second? Second. Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, we're going to do the same thing for the second district. So again, this is just so we can vote together in unison without having to divide it out, and it's going to take much longer. So we're just trying to streamline this process. Hopefully you all understand that. Okay, so do I have a motion, okay, to vote together? We have a motion from Walter with the second district. Second by Candy Cox. Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. Motion carries.
Okay, we're going to move on to our business section.
Is there any business?
Hearing none, we're going to move on to the resolutions.
Any resolutions? Do we have anybody that would like to propose a resolution? Oh, we have Lori, are you coming?